Hey, it's Jen Vax with YourColorStyle.com, and in this video, I'm going to share with you two different individuals that have gray hair and show you how I determine their best shade of red to wear. So let's start with the first individual. We're going to start out with a cool light red. It's almost like a watermelon, almost pink. And I've colorized the lips accordingly based on the top so that you could see and I guess maybe clear if this is the right red for this person. Now, the other reason that I am colorizing the lips, not only is it because it's a part of our process when we determine undertones, but also when you are wearing a bold color like red, your lip color should complement it. You don't want to wear a cool pink with a warm red. That would look off and a little odd. So I'm looking at her and she has cool hair. Her hair is gray. But what I'm noticing is that this watermelon, which is a cooler red to pink, is kind of jumping off of her, almost laying on top of her, not very harmonious, and I'm not loving it on her. Now, you could say that, well, it looks great with her hair, and I would agree because gray hair is cool, and she's got like a salt and pepper blend here, but we have to take in the full picture of the individual, and including her skin and her eyes, and this color right now is sort of laying on top of her versus blending in. It's not very harmonious on her. We don't want to see the color first. So this isn't right. So let's try a darker color. Now, why a darker color? Well, she has darker tones in her. Sometimes when you put on a color and it doesn't feel right, maybe you feel like it washes you out, or you don't know why it doesn't work. Well, sometimes it could be because the color is too light or too dark for you, or maybe even too bright. So I went ahead and darkened the color just to see if this would be better on her with her darker hair. And it definitely is better, but I still don't feel like it's in harmony with her. I feel like it's actually a little too cool for her, even though she has cool hair. So let's warm it up even more. We're going to go to a true red. And a true red is a red that is really not necessarily cool or warm, even though technically red is a warm color. It's kind of neutral, and a lot of people can wear a true red. So this is better. I feel like this is a better red for her. I'm not a super fan of this, but so much better than the cool red. So let's darken it up a little bit. I'm already liking this better. Took off the edge of that super bright and really became more in harmony with her tones and with her hair. Notice how the red lip sort of blends in. We're not noticing it nearly as much. This is very harmonious and very, very flattering. Let's warm it up even more. Let's go to like a warm tomato red, and I love this on her. She does have some brightness in her eyes, and the depth in her hair really can start to handle these bright colors, but only when it starts to warm up a little bit, which I find interesting because, again, she's got cool hair. But that does not mean she has cool undertones. To me, I'm already noticing that she has warm undertones. So let's darken this up a little bit so that we can see it. And this also looks very harmonious on her. Again, you don't really notice that the lip is necessarily colorized. Everything is in harmony, and this darker color looks beautiful with her darker hair. So let's take another look and kind of wrap up here. We have cool on the left and warm on the right. And even though she has cool hair, she has warm undertones. The warm red blends in with her skin tone, and this warm red really flatters her very well. So even though this is a very lovely color with her hair, against her skin, it's not exactly right. So how about, do I like her in the bright tomato red or the darker tomato red? And honestly, I love her in both. But if I had to choose her best, or what I personally would prefer for her. I love her in this bright tomato red. This is my pick for her. Her personality might say, no, I prefer the darker, and I think that she would be great either way. The truth is, her best red too, if she were shopping, is going to be what's available in the stores. So she has a range from true red to those warm reds, and I'm sure she'll find something. So let's look at a different person. And you can see that she is very different. She has very, very light hair, light eyes, light skin. So I'm not going to even bother draping her in darker colors because she is considered light in your color style, and therefore light to just slightly darker colors are going to be far more flattering on her, where really dark colors are going to be too heavy. So we're going to stick with the lighter, brighter colors and see what's right for her. We're going to start with the warm. And the warm red on her, honestly, same thing, kind of sits on top of her, looks a little muddy on her. The orange hues just aren't in harmony. She's dominantly cool. Cool pink skin, cool eyes, cool hair. So this warm red is out of harmony. So let's take a look at a true red. Better, much, much better. I still feels a little too warm on her, but I definitely would choose true red over warm red for her. But let's cool it down just a little bit more. This is just a cooler version of red, just a tiny bit more of blue in it. And that's even better for her. In fact, if there was a red I would choose, I would definitely choose this cool red. But just to drive the point home, this says cool red, but really it's kind of more of like a watermelon pink, just like we did for the first person. And just look how beautiful that looks on her, because she is so dominantly cool that these cool pinks are really beautiful. But we're not looking for cool pink. We're looking for her best red. So I darkened this up for her, and it's more like a cranberry. And I think that if she had to choose between a cool red or more of a berry color like cranberry, this is just beautiful on her. And I like this better, but also the cool red that we saw would also look very nice. So let's go ahead and sum up. We have cool on the left and warm on the right. And I hope that you can see how flattering and harmonious these cool colors are on her. The pink lip blends beautifully with her skin tone and her eyes and hair, where this is sitting on top looking very orange and very muddy. And so which do I choose for her? The cranberry or the cool red? And both look great, but if I were to find something that was perfect for her, I would choose the cranberry. So there you have it. You have two examples of women with gray hair who have very different coloring and tone, and therefore their reds also are different as well. So when you are looking for your ideal red, take into consideration are you dominantly dark? You have a very dark feature, more of a medium tone, or very, very light? Do you have warm or cool undertones? And, can you handle some of the brighter colors, or do you need something that's just a little less intense than that? And taking those 3 steps into account will help you find your best shade of red to wear. And if you're trying to figure out what colors flatter you best, and most importantly, to learn what colors to avoid that drain you or overpower you, take the quiz out on yourcolorstyle.com/quiz. It's absolutely free, and it'll walk you through step by step on how you can figure out what types of colors are going to make you shine. I'm Jen Vax, and thanks for watching.